Hi, this is Chris Miglino with Sequire Spotlight. I am here with Alf Poor from Ideanomics, trades IDEX. How you doing, Alf? Good to see you.
Right, good to see you. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. I'm a long-term follower of the IDEX story. I've watched the stock for a really long time. I think that the space that you guys are playing in is necessary and has massive demand. Tell us a little bit about what's going on at Ideanomics right now.
Absolutely. Actually, we're going through a really interesting phase with the company right now. We're starting to see what we were hoping for the last few years, which is the customers coming to us, the major fleet operators, looking for our products and services. In particular, we've had some recent wins with our Wave, which is a commercial inductive, which means wireless charging company.
So the truck drives over this thing, doesn't need to plug in and start charging.
Correct.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's that simple. And the reason that it's been such a powerful solution for the commercial fleet operators is we're putting in a loading bar, which means as they back in to either receive goods to deliver or to take goods off board, if they're delivering into a warehouse, they get the charge at the same time, which means they don't need to take the vehicle out of its duty cycle to get a charge.
Ah, interesting.
This is huge operational efficiency gains for the customer.
And what's the average time that a truck is parked while they're unloading?
Can be several minutes. Can be from 7-8 minutes to 20 minutes, depends on how much cargo they're putting into the vehicle. That is plenty of time to get a significant charge into the battery.
So what does the significant charge mean, and what's the difference between a wired charge versus these high-powered wireless chargers?
The wired charge, typically slower, a little bit slower, a little less efficient, particularly when you're in the high-power space where we are, when you're dealing with commercial trucks. Okay, the cables get hot, that slows down the power transfer. You don't have that. We use magnetic waves to do the wireless transfer of the power. It starts within 3 seconds of them going over the power unit. The power is uploaded to the vehicle.
And just automatically, just pulls over.
It goes over. Yeah, starts to think. We have the vehicle side equipment to receive it, of course. Mm-hmm. And within a few minutes, they can get back up to 80% of charge from 20%.
Wow.
Yeah, it's significant.
So this is, every fleet operation is gonna have these installed.
Yeah, I think not just. It's interesting when we acquired the company back in 2020.
I remember
right at the beginning of 2021. It was a young company. It had some interesting customers in transit, had a couple of port customers at the Port of Long Beach, Port of LA. But really, it was all government grant work. What we've been able to do with them the last few years is commercialize the tech, get it ready to scale, stabilize the systems, add extra systems of higher power, and now we see the big commercial fleet operators ready to buy.
And so your business model there is the sale of the unit itself.
Yes. There's actually 2 models we sell under.
Okay.
We sell either the equipment up front, which we receive the revenue for. It's a one-time sale. We've also done some deals where they've been sold as a service on a subscription basis. So
what's more likely? What are people going for?
It depends on the particular fleet operator. If they don't want this capital equipment on their balance sheet, they can go asset light and they can take it from us on a subscription basis. That's actually a better deal for us, as we get a longer-term contract and we make a lot more margin on the product, like you do any subscription-based service. But of course, we don't capture the revenue up front. We capture a monthly premium. So it just depends on which way the customer wants to do it. We're happy to do both. While capital's been scarce in the market, we do like the upfront sales, but we do like the big margin and the much more profitable deals out of the subscription as well. So
what does it cost? What does it cost to install one of these units that is charging a fleet, of trucks?
Yeah, so they cost a few $100,000
to buy.
But
what does it cost to install them?
Again, you
have to bring electricity.
You got to bring 3 permits in, right? You got to bring a utility permit to bring in the electricity. This is high-powered equipment, so it's got to be authorized by the utility. We need a construction permit because we put them in the ground, so the truck can drive over there. We need electrical permit. So we do those 3 things.
And do you guys do that? You guys do
We use contractors.
You use contractors.
Yeah. So we have our people on site. We have our technicians on site to oversee it, but we use contractors. Otherwise, we don't know where our customer's going to deploy it. Let's just take America, for example. There's 50 states. I would need a licensed electrician in every one of those 50 states in order to be able to service them with my own people. Much easier for us to go out to a contractor partner. And there are plenty of people who are used to putting in industrial, commercial-grade tower equipment. So we have a good, robust set of instructions for them. They love looking at the tech and playing. It's something new for them as well. And in the future, we can use those same installers, help us with the maintenance as well.
What about the other business units that you have now? Is this really the focus? Is kind of this area? I mean, I would imagine this is skyrocketing right now.
This is the one that's getting a lot of traction, a lot of interest right now. But about 18 months ago, we decided we were going to bring the business back to a focus of just vehicles and charging. Mm-hmm. So at the moment, we're seeing the charging getting deployed, but it's also going to be a big complement to our vehicles. The more customers we get on the fleet side, we're using our charging system, it's an easy Trojan horse for us to approach them and sell our vehicles as well.
Okay, so let's talk about the vehicles a little bit. What's going on in that area?
Yeah, so we finished an acquisition just over a year ago called VIA Motors. It took about 18 months to land the acquisition. We've finished the technology. We've reduced the group down to reduce our costs because EV is wasn't having a great moment in 2022 and 2023. But we've perfected the tech. We've got it there now, and we're talking to major OEMs about licensing it.
It's funny that, with everything that's happening in EV, that the market isn't adopting it more. It's like, it's the biggest time for growth in this space. And the market's now, I think it's the biggest opportunity for investors, quite frankly, because it's only a matter of time before every single fleet operator has electric trucks delivering everything. Right. They're going to be delivering them, short from the, to the house. They're going to be delivering them long, all the way on the long haul roads. I mean, it's just a matter of time before that happens.
And it's actually starting now. The purchasing starting now. Most of the activity, as you know, took place in 2020 and 2021. We saw a lot of SPACs come to market. We weren't a SPAC, but we enjoyed those tailwinds that we got that pushed us along as well. And we were able to capitalize and buy a lot of interesting companies. We were too early in the market. The major fleet operators were not ready to buy.
Right.
They were not ready to buy. There was no mature product, and the government subsidies were not there. And as we speak to fleet operators, they all tell us the same thing. This is legislation. Okay? These vehicles cost more up front than gasoline and diesel equivalent does, but we make a lot more money over time because they're cheaper to run. But it still costs more up front. So we're expecting the government to assist us. Since we've got these huge fleets from, a few hundred to tens of thousands of vehicles, hundreds of thousands of vehicles, government better step in to give us some subsidy because this is legislation. Whenever legislation changes, we expect the government to help us out.
So what do you think? Have you guys given any guidance for this year on the revenue? Okay. No. So how did you end up at the end of 2020?
Well, we're about to put our K out, so I can't talk about that right now. But we sold a number of businesses last year that contributed revenue. So investors need to look at what we are now, what we're doing, because as we've sold some of those businesses to bring non-dilutive capital back in, while the capital markets were tight, share prices were low, that was the right thing to do for the business, right? So can't talk about the 2023 revenues yet, but needless to say the 2024 revenues in the go-forward businesses are going to grow.
Yeah. And you have the contracts in place to do that already.
We do indeed.
So you have some visibility, you just haven't given the number yet.
Yeah, I think it's difficult, right? Because, it's not like we're selling an iPhone where we have, 15 years worth of trailing sales data to go on. We're in a growth industry. We're just starting the meaningful sales. I don't think we're going to give revenue guidance this year. What we are going to give is a lot more transparency. Now we've got a smaller focus within the Ideanomics group. And so you'll start to see in our fundamentals and our quarterly results, the improvements we're making, the type of contracts we're winning, the type of revenues we're booking.
Well, congratulations. I think, I think the stock is at a great place to invest in the company. I mean, it's been a tough run for the stock.
The whole industry, not just...
Yeah, no, it's not just you. I mean, that's why I was saying I can't believe the whole EV sector hasn't gotten more attention. Everything has been, really cut down. So I think what you guys are doing is it's where the market growth really is going to come from. It's going to come from, Tesla's dominating the car market, right? I mean, they're selling more electric cars than anybody. And that's hard to compete. That's a tough...
It's not our market either.
Yeah.
But the passenger market is mature. It's getting mature quickly. Commercial lagged by many years.
And that's what I'm saying. Your business is in a sweet spot for the the deliveries and for the delivery trucks and for fleet operators. I think that building the infrastructure for that is gonna be the goal.
I agree. One of the things that we did, which was very smart, is we invested in differentiated tech. We've matured that tech, we've made products that our customers want to buy out of it, and that's why we're not just another truck company, that's why we're not just another charging company. We've got product that people want, we've got technology that competing companies want to license from us. So we're in an enviable position. The market just didn't mature as quick as the capital markets expected it to, and they're now in a show me phase. They want to know who's going to survive, what else consolidation is going to happen, because there is more consolidation coming. We hear the whispers in the industry from what's going on with company A or company B, and when we come out of that, we'll have a bunch of really good, proficient companies new companies in the space. The incumbent OEMs are learning the tech. They'll be providing electric vehicles as well. We'll have a nice stable market for all of us to participate in.
Well, Alf, thank you very much for joining us here today. I appreciate it. Best of luck with everything.
Great.
IDEX, Ideanomics. Check it out, and thanks for joining us.